Welcome to another free idea podcast with your host, Ford Focus. And today's topic is the internet bubble that we live in. Can you believe the World Cup is happening and I'm not even aware of because I'm not interested in sports? So YouTube doesn't show me anything related to sports. And the only reason I know the World Cup is going on is because my streamer, my entertainer, the content I consume, it's a burnt peanut, play video games. And he mentioned the World Cup happening only because his chat was talking about how the USA was playing against someone. I don't even remember against whom. And that's the only reason I know why the World Cup is happening. But I bet you if I watched sports and I was recommended sports in YouTube or anything related to that, I would have known a way, way long time ago. So, I think it's really, really scary or dangerous or something. Powerful tool that is the internet advertisement. The only way that I know about the World Cup, the world anything, is because of my streamer that plays video games. That is bad. That is bad. Back in my day, when I was a youngster, I had we had the TV to show commercials about it. We had the Coca-Cola making bottles about it. Every soda out there. They had so many promos advertising it. Then they had the chips. I remember the chips also had like a little advertisement, plastic in front of it. Remember that? I used to love that. The commercials were all about it. It was pretty interesting how so much stuff would advertise the World Cup. And then the adults wouldn't stop talking about it. And like sometimes the adults would get a holiday just to watch it. I was like, wow. And now, my favorite streamer, Mr. Peanut, I'm just playing, I don't know, Fortnite or Make a Chameleon, just casually saying, oh yeah, the US is playing right now. The World Cup. See, I even feel like it's a lie. I feel like I could have been lied because that's the only place I've seen it. And since then, I haven't bothered to even search it on YouTube. I haven't even gotten a single commercial about the World Cup. It'll be very interesting if after this podcast, my phone is listening to me and I start getting advertisements about it. That'll be very interesting. Isn't that right, my FBI agent? Isn't that right, Gerald? So, that is the life that we live in. That is a life. We live in an internet bubble and we only get advertised what we get advertised. Hey, who that? Nice. Yeah, so we only get advertised what we get advertised, all right? That's it. We only get advertised what we get advertised. Let me get behind this little car, Woody. So yeah, that's the life. That's the traffic life of Austin in the 21st century. But it is what it is. Kind of like, anyways. So I know that YouTube has like an explore button, but I don't press it. Nobody ever does because when I press the explore button, it just shows me what's trendy around the world, and it's often a bunch of stuff that I'm not interested. Who would have thought? Wow, big news. It shows me something I'm not interested. But before, I used to find stuff like that by accident. Now I have to find it on purpose. Who's out there finding this stuff on purpose is what I wonder. All I do is I just refresh. And then now I know that we have the Olympics in the US somewhere. And I know that we also have the 250 year of the US, which is the lamest I've ever seen. Is the lamest again in terms of advertisement. 250 anniversary of the US independence, which sounds pretty cool. Like it's a 2, it's a 5, and it's a 0. Sounds pretty cool. It's one of those numbers that ends with a 0. Um, it's pretty lame for having such a cool number. Again, I haven't seen a single advertisement, not a single funny video on it. Uh, Not a stampede of history. YouTubers, no bunch of video games with American skins or advertising 4th of July. Nothing is weird. It's weird. I know that I guess Trump is doing some crazy stuff in the White House, but I only know that because of its haters. Its haters are the biggest form of advertisement. I would have not known about what he's doing if it wasn't for his haters all the time posting it on social media, being like, I can't believe Trump is building this thing. And then comparing him to Camacho, President Camacho from Idiocracy, the movie. So thank you, haters. Because of you, I know what he doing. I know what he doing. The thing you didn't want me to know, I know. Because of you. So that's backfiring for them. That's backfiring. Talking about the news and haters, I've come to the realization, and this may be pretty young realization that will evolve as I mature. But holy shit, I just see, oh my God, I love that. No way. Damn, I wish I could take a picture of that dangerous shit this guy is doing. So it's a Tesla, and he has like a phone holder on his steering wheel. Oh my God. Never thought of that. Safety last, you know what I mean, Osha? Safety last. So it's like a calzone. Imagine a calzone on your steering wheel. And it has like an octopus hugging your steering wheel, and in the middle is a phone in landscape mode, like to watch 4K movies. And then just imagine that. And then imagine the guy driving at 50 miles an hour, just looking at his steering wheel on his Tesla. Wow. Well, I get it. They're self-driving, but that's the future right there. My mind is living in 2050. 2050 right now, and 2050 more reasons for your car insurance to go up this year. That's a good neighbor. That's a good neighbor right there. Good neighbor. Raising my insurance. So where was I? President Camacho, and advertisement, and the haters, and the bubbles that we live in. So the bubbles we live in, it's sad. It's very sad. So I've recently started getting off social media, but don't praise me because I didn't do it on purpose. Don't praise me. Don't praise me. I just found a trash. Somebody trashed a beautiful music box that I picked up. One of those like where you carry your instruments, and I used it for a shoebox. Pretty cool. But when I opened it, it's like a chest. It had a turntable in there. One of those record players. It's on the cheap side. It's like something you would buy for $30. But it's free, and you can't beat free. And so I hooked it up, and it was missing a few pieces. Nothing much. Nothing much. It's not like I did a lot of repairing. But you know what? I used AI. I took a picture of it, and I was like, what model is this? And what is missing from it? And AI, being the incredible Hulk that it is, immediately from its picture showed me links about it and told me what it was missing, and obviously told me more than it was missing. But because of the pictures and links, I was able to look deeper into it. And it did get it right. At least one of those 3 things that it told me that it was missing. And it was that little flat thing that keeps the disc from scratching at the bottom or being soft. I don't know, there's like a little soft platform that you can buy. And I just bought that thing. And then I did a little bit of YouTubing with a needle. And I just had to move the needle from right to left, and boom, that thing worked great. And so I went to a half book price and I bought like two random $4 records, and it's pretty. I like it. So I'm gonna take my phone here. I'm waiting for that Tesla to pass me by. I'm gonna snap a picture as soon as he does. Um, what was I gonna tell you? So the record player, yeah. So I've been listening to that music. It's pretty cool. I've been trying to slowly get off the YouTube. I don't think I've been successful at all. Not at all as I wish I was. Um, it's so tough, so tough. If it's shameful too. If I were to look at my time screens, probably 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and then I complain that I don't, I don't have enough hours in a day on my weekend. My weekend goes by really fast. I don't know what to do. Hobbyless. Well, there it is. Shameful 6 hours of YouTube playback. And that can be good. That can be good. Even if I'm not watching it directly and I just have it as noise in the background, or even if I'm just have it in headphones, it just can be good. There's no way that uh, my little monkey brain was built to hear uh, somebody speaking or intaking so much intellectual information, or actually dumb information, because I just watched Mr. Peanut for 6 hours. So there's no way my brain is, you know? So I'm not really winning that, that challenge. But thanks to the record player, I figured something so crazy. That's so crazy. I'm playing music on the record player, and then I pull out my phone to play YouTube. And before the YouTube video plays, I stop myself for like half a second and I go, wait a minute. The moment I play this YouTube video, my music is going to stop because it's connected through Bluetooth, right? Because it's so ingrained in me that I play music on the speaker, but then my monkey brain is like, ooh, YouTube video. Let me take out my phone and just like play 5 seconds of a YouTube video, and then it interrupts my music. But Lord behold, I have a record player and the music keeps going despite me watching a YouTube video. And then I go, what kind of sorcery is this? My music just keeps playing. It didn't get interrupted. What kind of sorcery? Where was this type of technology hiding? I know, it's crazy. But it's unfathomable. Unfathomable. Can't even think about it. Can't even believe it that the music keeps going while I'm watching a YouTube video. And then the strangest things happen after that. Then I have music playing while watching a video on my phone, and it's too much noise going on that I go, hold on, none of this makes sense. I don't like the sound of this. Like, I literally don't like it. I can't hear my video, so I turn up the video volume on my phone, and it just, the house sounds so loud now because I have a super loud video, and then I have music over here in the background that just doesn't make any coherent sense musically. I was like, this is not good. Let me just turn off this phone or turn off the music. But it's so much easier for me to like swipe up and turn off the video than stand up and go to remove the needle from the damn record player. So inconvenient in my life of convenience. So I just end up turning off the video. So don't praise me for staying out of technology, because it's not on purpose. It's a godsend, that record player. The little touch of all technology into my life. It was meant to be. I'm the chosen one. And God's chosen. Uh, Imagine if I met a person in real life that was like that or believes that type of stuff. So it's really teaching me a lot. It really is. It's pretty cool. And it is what it is. So yeah, our phone is like, it's dangerous. Really dangerous. Today more than ever, it's very powerful. The quote it was an old guy. More like not an old guy, but like an old recording that I used to hear about your mind being a garden, and whatever you plant in it, you will sow. And if you plant fruit, you get fruit, and if you plant poison ivy, you get poison ivy. It's just whatever you plant, you get. And we the brain is like a farm that is very fertile, and it'll grow anything you put in it, absolutely anything. So it's a good farmer, but you like me. I'm a bad master. I'm a bad farmer. My land is great. My hand is bad. It's terrible. Um, and he had that way, a cooler way to say it. You know, great servant, bad master, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, I think it was that. Great servant. Your mind is a great servant. Your brain yourself is a bad master. So yeah, I'm true more than ever now. Technology, but what can we do about it? We have self-driving Teslas. What are we gonna do with all the time? What are we gonna do with all the time that we save not driving and looking forward? Obviously, we're gonna be on our phone. Ooh, look at that car. That car looks gorgeously destroyed. I must snap a picture of that. All right. I love my pictures. That car is destroyed. All the metal is bent all over the place, and then the guy has his iPhone Ultra 24, like big ass brick in his hand, and it tells me a story. I know how that car got into a wreck, and I know that that person didn't learn. Or maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, or maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe he's just a kind fella that's down in his luck, and he just had to buy whatever he could buy, or lend it to a friend that crashed it for him. Yes, let's think about the world always with the best of intentions. Let's not think that he crashed it by using bad driving uh, habits. How about that? Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And sometimes some people are guilty before being proven innocent. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes in the justice system. Sometimes the punishment is the process. All right, I'm getting pretty deep in here. I was just talking about turntables and bubble of the internet and the phone usage. And hi, I speak to my phone while driving. I'm actually looking left and right. I'm telling you about the drivers near me. I am obviously paying attention. Obviously, it's you've sung in a car, haven't you? Everybody has sung at least once in their life inside a car. You still pay attention. You still pay attention, not a problem. Unless you were reading the lyrics while driving, that's something else. That is something else. But if you know it from memory and just listening and tagging along, you're a good driver. You can still drive fine. You can still drive fine. So what are we gonna do when all these cars drive themselves? Like with all that free time, man. So much free time. They don't call it the freeway for nothing. Uh, so changing topic. Changing topic. Have you heard about trees? These incredible green bastions of power that survive years and years, and they just can't move. Uh, I was watching this peanut guy, pretty hilarious. The realization. Finally, I think I skipped it because I changed subjects. I've come to a realization. I think that maybe a young realization, and it may change in the future. But hear me out. You know how women like celebrity updates? And there used to be those celebrity magazines with all the current gossip and all the pictures and all the boyfriend broke up with girlfriend type of news. Well, I I believe the news, especially nowadays in what is it now, 2026, presidential news about the war, um, is the gossip of men. Ooh la la is the equivalent of it. Is the equivalent. And I've come to that realization because my YouTube throws me videos about the war, and it's nothing new. And like it's always like ceasefire, ceasefire, and they have like 1 hour worth of ceasefiring of the new update of the war, and then they go super in depth for 1 hour and why this time is gonna happen or continue or whatever, and not continue, and every possible solution that is there for 1 whole hour. And there's like every YouTuber on earth is doing it that does politics. And then the very next day, something completely unexpected happens, that somebody made some move in the politics world or in the actual world of war. And that whole hour of hot air goes to nowhere. It becomes obsolete immediately. And then guess what? Another whole hour of the updates and what's going to happen and why it didn't happen as they thought it would happen. The content, it's infinite. And then guess what? Well, you won't believe this, but in a week from then, something unexpected is going to happen again. And there's a whole nother hour of content. And it just never stops. And then some of those get forgotten into the past, although they're still ongoing. And every once in a while, another video comes up again, and people go, remember that one time? And what about that other topic? I wonder how they're doing. I wonder how those two are doing, those two countries. I wonder how they're doing. It's the same thing as going, I wonder what Brad Pitt is doing with any of girlfriend. I wonder if they're still together or broken up. Are they still mad? Are they still cheating? I wonder. Is the ceasefire still ongoing? Do they break deal? I wonder. Who's winning? I wonder. Oh, there's completely different scenarios. One is gossip and the other one people actually die, but it's pretty similar. Big picture. Pretty similar. So yeah, that might change. That may change. But that's currently my belief right now. And I stopped ever since I realized that not too long ago. I've been slowly getting off it. There's another thing that I realized that, well, actually, I'm not even going to take credit. We all know this. The difference is we don't practice it. Or we practice it for a day or two a week, just like a diet, and then forget about it. But I stopped watching YouTube in the mornings. My wife used to do that. And it's in the beginning, it's like very sad and lonely to do it because you don't have that constant stuff going around in your head. But eventually, slowly, I get used to the fact that I'm not listening to anything in the morning. And I'm more present. And the time goes slower, and I don't become as angrier and sad when I get to work and irritated or irritable. Because, man, I've been putting some of these videos once in a while, like not in the morning, but maybe while I'm driving. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to say the code word because it's going to stop my recording, but I talk to my trusty AI from Apple, and I go, play this video of this favorite YouTuber, right? And as soon as I put on the video, the title is so catchy that you won't believe what the UK is doing. They can't keep getting away with this. the first 10 seconds, it's like, a little girl was raped by a gang of, and I'm like, oh, all right. All right. I'm out. Great, guys. Great. Yeah, that's what I want to listen to at 7 in the morning while going to my job where I'm just going to sit all day and walk around here and there. That's what I need, huh? It's like, like that one is too much. But then there's others that are not as much as that about just protests. And then when I get to work, so I'm all irritated. Like, I can't believe that they're doing this. I can't believe they're doing this in this part of the country. I'm never going to visit. I'm not going to visit over there because they're always having protests. Maybe that's not true for like 24/7. Just the same way we're having a World Cup and I don't even know it's going on. That's crazy. But it's a by the way to start the morning. So we all know that I just started practicing it again. Later down the road, I'll stop doing it again, and we continue. We continue, but it to be the way to be. It to be like that. It to be. And yeah, well, there's a lot of topics coming to my head right now. There's a lot of topics, but I'm gonna keep it on the bright side. See, because I was thinking of the news and all this negative stuff, a lot of negative topics came to my head, and this is not that type of day right now. I'm not gonna be talking about sad and dreadful stuff at the free of the podcast. 7:30 in the morning. But see how much I have to fight it off? See how much I have to fight it off? Can't even think of anything else because I'm trying not to think of the pink elephant. And all I'm thinking about is the pink elephant. So that's how powerful it is. You just saw a real-time example of why it's bad to watch bad news and even start on that negativity. And I've done it so often that my brain just really quickly goes into that mode. That's another thing. They call it, whoever they is, neurons that fire together, wired together. So the more your neurons do a thing, the easier they become entangled and they can do the thing again more efficiently next time. Same thing as a habit. That's building a habit. That's what it is. I think it's impressive how complicated we make life to be, even with all of our explanations. It's incredible, really. A feat of humanity. Like, I always imagine like a mom going, you gotta build healthy habits and do the healthy stuff. And exercise, eat, and sleep. That's it. That's all. That's all it boils down to. Exercise, eat, and sleep. It all boils down to that. Maybe have fun if you want to add that. Have good habits. And what is a good habit? No, nobody can really tell you. There's some that are obviously not good. Then there's others that they have to be good for you, and they're not good for everybody. So it's like up to you to decide if it's a good habit or not. But then we complicate it a lot, and then we go with exactly what I said. Well, a good habit is, and a bad habit is the neurons that entangle together because the more you do it. So what you want to do is you want to wake up in the morning and to raise your dopamine, you want to listen to some music that is cheerful. And then you want to stop looking at Instagram and at bad news. And that will lower your cortisol levels. But you don't want to exercise in the morning because it'll raise your cortisol levels in your muscle film. And you'll have trouble sleeping. And it's just like, it's too much science, guys. Too much science. Can we just say, stop listening to negative news in the morning to start your day? How about that? How about that? Can I just say, instead of eating a science experiment, when you look at the ingredient list with 50 ingredients for a simple peanut butter sandwich, it should be just like 3 ingredients. How about we don't eat that chemistry project? How about we just eat Uh, some grapes, and a slice of cheese or something. 2 eggs. I don't know. Or a hard boiled egg. How about we make some healthy decisions? Let's see how your day goes. I don't have to explore the signs of, well, Shantan gum really doesn't have to mess with your mitochondria levels. And then your filamingis in your filet mignon. I just got it. Oh my God, this car is truly going slow. Damn, what are they doing? The fuck? They stopped in the middle of the. What the hell are these two doing? They just took what? I wish I had a camera in this car to record things like that. What the hell are they doing? I would have so much content, man. So much content. Two cars just, that road that is next to the highway, like on the right side, that also looks like a highway and it's treated like a highway by many. So two cars just stopped on the right lane because it's two cars. They took two lanes. And then they just lowered their windows and started talking to each other. And like one guy was the first one to do it, pointed down, like, come here. And then the other guy just, I bet just a little bit of road rage misunderstanding going on in there. But guys, you guys are stopping on a road that is 55 miles an hour of 3 lanes. You're covering 2 lanes. And you are living in Austin where absolutely nobody follows the speed limit. So that 55 laner became a 70 laner. And you still decide to cover 2 lanes. That's going to go well. My goodness. That is the pinnacle of humanity. That is an MIT graduate right there. How angry do you have to be to do that? I don't know. I haven't been that angry yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll understand it. Maybe one day. Maybe I would understand it if I ate a chemistry project for breakfast, watched 3 hours of rape gangs in Europe. Oh my God. And then went to work. Uh, maybe. Yeah, something about my humor is wrong, and I love it. And this is why I'm doing this podcast, because I know there's people out there that find my humor funny, and I have been a bundle of joy when that happens, and I'm happy to share that type of humor with people out there that otherwise I would not be with right now because I'm working, where I would never meet. But they deserve to have a little bit of me in their life, a little bit of joy. Because then I go to these places. Physically with a tough crowd. Guys, like when something happens, I make the joke the next second. I don't wait for the body to get cold. I make the joke right there. Straight shooter. Fast shooter. Quick draw. Soon as it happens, I make the joke. Maybe 5 seconds afterwards. Or in the moment. In the very moment. And what I have instead, I have a tough crowd. Like, sir, this is a funeral. This is not the place to make jokes. And then I go, damn, I'm at work already? Oh, snap. I'm at work already. What time it is? What time it is? Oh, I arrived pretty early today. Pretty early. Much earlier than I'm hired. Yeah, but that's me. I'm an early guy. What can I tell you? I'm just gonna turn on this truck. Do a little bit of humpy dumpy. Lay back. Lay back. Woo! Lay back. Chill. Oh! Nothing wrong with being early. But also, have a really good podcast we're going over right now. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really good podcast going on right now. Really good podcast. Really good podcast. It do be a really good podcast. It really do be a good one. Um, yeah. So that's what's going on in my life lately, and I just like to explore these ideas with you. Um, I can't always do ideas about new inventions because there's so much going on in my adult life. Uh, that is, it's taking over my mind. And usually, when I used to have these ideas, that's when I was working with my muscles more than my head, and I had so much free time. Um, so, but not anymore. So now what plagues me is the daily life of a modern family guy. At least one in my shoes, because there's many types out there, many types, never-ending types. That's my life. So, thank you for being with me on another episode of the Free Idea Podcast. Starting the day good. We're starting the day good. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna work on editing this right now, submit it, have it ready in like an hour, post it, and welcome to my world. Welcome to my head, my brain, the way I see things, the way I hear things, the way I understand things. I know I'm not really thinking anything new here, nothing special about it, but I may be one of the few people that voices it. Because I'm still yet to hear Joe Rogan talking about the economics of the day to day and how apparently and then right now that the current adult male gossip is about how the war in somewhere already stopped, and like for realsies this time. We'll see. We'll have another 1 hour episode on that, and then we'll see in a week more content. And my only thought after that was like, oh, okay, so gas is gonna go down now, huh? And that is the wrong thought to have, by the way. That is the wrong thought. That's lives are being saved and lives were lost and bloodshed and like 7-Elevens were destroyed, you know? And my thought was, oh, so gas is going to go down and that means my groceries are gonna grow back to their original size, maybe. And maybe it wouldn't be such a struggle to go to the grocery store anymore, maybe. And again, that's the wrong way to think about it. But that's how weird it is to know about what's going on around the world. We are just thinking about ourselves. But I do give credit to Joe Roginski for saying that. Most average people out here with a job and a family, all we think about is our family and what's in front of our eyes. We don't really have the time or mental capacity to be thinking about what's going out there or even worrying too much about what's going on out there. I just worry about what's going around my world. And that is the life. That is the life. So with that said, I don't think we have special people in special jobs. We just have people in jobs that they deal with this type of things closer, and it affects them more than it affects other people who work other type of jobs. That's also interesting too. When you think about it, sometimes your world only affects you I don't know, when you live in it, and then you change jobs, and then you have a whole nother point of view for the other things that will affect you now. Like you're super into this one thing and then you change jobs completely, like industry related. And now you're only worried about this other thing. Like I remember, and I always think about what are my previous jobs doing right now without me? Like what kind of life are they living without me right now, huh? What kind of life are they living? Well, I know when I used to work at those jobs, it was hell on earth. It was like fire alarm going on every day. And it still goes on without me. And I do wonder. And I leave you with that wonder. I will leave you with that wonder. Just live your life and think about number one. Think about number one. Because those jobs, same as everything else, will continue on without you. But I'm not saying that in a negative way, but more in a positive twist. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself and your family and those people that do enjoy your company and that appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening to another Free Idea podcast with your host, me.